106 species in genus Daphne. What is Daphne? Daphne belong to the Thymoleaceae family, is a captivating genus of shrubs that can transform your garden with its striking appearance and enchanting fragrance. Known for their evergreen foliage and clusters of sweetly scented flowers, Daphnes are popular among gardeners who appreciate both beauty and a bit of challenge in their plant care. These plants can vary in size, from small shrubs to larger bushes, and they typically bloom in late winter to early spring, adding color to the garden when most other plants are still dormant. See full list at monsteraholic.com. How to care for Daphne. Caring for Daphne involves paying close attention to its specific needs. First, ensure the plant is in a location with well-draining soil. Daphne does not like wet feet. A slightly acidic to neutral soil pH is ideal. Daphne thrives in partial shade, though some varieties can handle full sun if they receive enough water. Regular watering is crucial, especially during dry periods, but be cautious not to overwater. The key is to maintain a balance. The soil should be moist but never soggy. Fertilize sparingly, as too much can harm the plant. How to propagate Daphne. Propagating Daphne can be a bit tricky, but it's rewarding. The most effective method is by taking softwood cuttings in late spring or early summer. Here's how you can do it. Prepare the cuttings. Choose healthy, non-flowering stems about 4 to 6 inches long. Make a clean cut just below a leaf node. Rooting hormone. Dip the cut end in rooting hormone powder to encourage root growth. Planting. Place the cuttings in a pot filled with a mix of peat and perlite. Water them gently and cover the pot with a plastic bag or a clear plastic dome to maintain humidity. Placement. Keep the pot in a warm, bright location out of direct sunlight. The cuttings should root within a few months. Transplanting. Once the cuttings have established roots and show new growth, they can be potted up individually and eventually planted in the garden. How to prune a Daphne. Pruning Daphne helps maintain its shape and health, but it should be done with care. Here's how you can prune your Daphne. Timing. The best time to prune Daphne is after it has finished blooming, usually in late spring or early summer. Method. Use sharp, clean pruning shears. Remove any dead or damaged branches and trim back any excessively long stems to encourage a fuller shape. Shape. Avoid heavy pruning, as Daphne's growth is slow and it can take a while to recover. Aim for light, selective pruning to maintain the plant's natural form. Disposal. Dispose of pruned material carefully, as some Daphne varieties can be toxic if ingested. How to revive a Daphne plant. If your Daphne plant appears to be struggling, here are steps you can take to revive it. Check the soil. Ensure the soil is well-draining and not waterlogged. Amend the soil if needed to improve drainage. Watering. Adjust your watering practices. If the plant is too dry, water it thoroughly. If overwatered, allow the soil to dry out before watering again. Inspect for pests. Look for signs of pests or diseases, such as discolored leaves or unusual spots. Treat any issues with appropriate methods. Fertilization. Avoid over-fertilizing. A balanced, slow-release fertilizer can help, but use it sparingly. Location. Ensure the plant is in the right location with adequate light and protection from harsh conditions. What to plant with Daphne. Pairing Daphne with complementary plants can enhance your garden's beauty. Consider planting it alongside low-growing evergreens, such as Heuchera or Hosta, which provide a contrast to Daphne's foliage and help highlight its blooms. Spring bulbs. Tulips or daffodils can bloom around the same time as Daphne, creating a colorful display. Shade-tolerant plants, like ferns or astilbe, which thrive in similar light conditions. By thoughtfully selecting companion plants, you can create a harmonious and visually appealing garden space that highlights Daphne's charm. With these tips, you'll be well-equipped to care for and enjoy your Daphne plants. They're a beautiful addition to any garden, and with a bit of attention, they can thrive and bring joy for many seasons to come.